place. Type A Assassins is the only team with a bye in this bracket, so they are kind of the marquee team. But their backs are up against the wall. We were not able to bring you KT rolls to A versus Super Blaze. After all the delays, we went to another game. But KT Rolston, what you'd have to say is an upset, picked up that first game. So Azubu Blaze, the back's on the line. They need to win this one, and they responded so well in a similar situation against MVP White earlier, and played just out of their skins to win 2 games in double quick fashion, and it's up to them again.
Yeah, it almost felt like that first game, they felt it out, they said, okay, what's going on? And then, after that, they just downloaded their enemy and just completely knew exactly what was going on in this next
And look
2
at
games.
this exclusive vision of the enemy race there with a pink ward put down at level 1. Very interesting.
Yeah, so we could see some shenanigans around that area as we see AZB Blaze still kind of hanging out here on the blue side. They are your blue team for what potentially is our last game here. Second game here, though, in this best of 3. See Helios.
Don't let Azubu Blaze hit that pastry.
No. Thankfully, they're 3 minutes in the future, so they can't. But Helios is going to be our jungler. It's going to be Olaf there. Flame is going to be playing on Jax, the newest member of AZB Blaze as well. Of course, you'll all remember Reaper, and a lot of you will know Shy as well, who subbed for them at the recent MLG event. But Flame is their new official permanent top laner, and he's been playing quite well recently, although we've seen him play nothing but Aurelia in the last few. So Jax is
Do you reckon he will chance his arm at picking up that red at level 1?
I'm not sure, but he tried it
He's
before.
posturing for it?
Maybe.
Is it? I believe he failed the same red buff pickup at OGN, the chat was saying, so third time's the charm?
I think that was Flame, not Vitamin, though. Don't think Vitamin had the same
That's
problem.
a good point, sorry, yes, you are right.
Ambition here in the mid, going to be playing
I
Cass and...
totally spaced on that, but you are right. Let's see how Vitamin goes, because Flame did not get the hang of this.
Captain Jack, of course, and Lust Boy there to complete the bottom lane. As we see the rest of KT coming now for this red buff. Ooh, reset. That's a bit awkward. Actually, not quite yet. No, it didn't reset. Just got leashed a bit awkwardly there. But nice job there, and there's a steal. Reset gets
Aurelia
it.
uses her Ignite, getting low.
Oh, no. Vitamin, don't do it. Don't be that guy. Ignite's been used. One more hit. He does it. Oh, man. Aurelia's...
Interesting that he picked up the E first. Maybe that's the secret.
Maybe. Oh,
You just know
Helios.
You just know Flame's watching the replay of this one and working out what skill to pick up, because he hasn't had any luck at all.
No. And that's kind of the thing. I mean, a lot of people are excited about Aurelia's prospects as a jungler potentially, but she just does not jungle all that well. So it's very nice to have that red buff if you're on the red side early on to help out your top lane. Or your top lane goings on, your top lane landing. Oh, trouble for Zero. Blue buff here for Zyra very early on. Seeing lots and lots of buff donations here. Are we going to see... No. Ezreal's in mid right now. I assume he's just getting CS because he knows that Zyra's not there. Jarvan got the enemy red. Jarvan has no other major buffs to take. And Lulu's down the bottom. I'm assuming Hero is going bottom, but I've known that when watching teams, it is very wrong to often assume anything.
The shenanigans begin.
They are beginning. Serious level 1.
You have to say.
Oh, I see what's happening. Because it's actually a duo mid lane. All this time I'm like, what's going on with KT? And the AZB Blaze have already swapped. Kassadin's bottom right now. He's going to be up against, yeah, Ezreal Lulu. Trouble in paradise. Zero takes a bit of damage. Zyra not all that happy. But he has blue buff, which I guess is why they gave it to her. And now two down here as well. Helios is actually down the bottom right.
He's got no buffs to take, so he's just doing a bit of laning.
Bit of pushing, yeah, why not? And Zero takes even more frost just from harass there. Corki is really laying into Zero right now. He's pretty happy he's got a few extra potions stocked up. But yeah, just using that blue buff, trying to farm from range. But this could be quite good here against Zyra. Up in the top lane, meanwhile, Vitamin is pushing it onto Flame. It's funny though, Flame is a very well-known Aurelia player. We saw a lot of Aurelia from him recently. So he will know, he'll know this champion, but whether he knows this specific matchup, we're not sure.
It's a fairly common one, you have to say.
Yeah, I've been seeing a little bit more play recently. As always, Jax has unique interactions with every different bruiser. Because
the skill cap here is whether Aurelia is able to stun Jax when he starts to try and use his counter-strike. Because if you can stun him and kite that counter-strike, then you're just in a very, very good spot as Aurelia. And in a similar way, the moment that Aurelia uses that hit turn style, Jax wants to negate as much of that damage as possible. So it's a very much a skill matchup, but Vitamin has to feel pretty confident when he's running the red buff, although it has just timed out.
Yeah, that red buff certainly giving a nice leg up there for Vitamin early on. Ambition takes so much harass here. So it looks like KT, they want to find their dual lane wherever Kassadin is, and they're swapping back in. AZB Blaze are doing it again.
They do not have the globals this time to abuse them quite as much, though.
No, they don't. Nice attempt there on a gank there from Lost Boy. And up in the top, looks like Vitamin's actually getting manful. It's like, no red buff, fine, I'll try and kill you. And actually turn around, there's the Equilibrium Strike, Ignite, Blade Surge, attack! One more auto flash out from Flame! Leap Strike! He does it! First blood, but there comes Jarvan to clean up the next kill. And that was close, that was tight, but really nice play there from Flame in the end.
And all these Jaxes today making the superstar players getting the ultimate last hits, but Prince Jarvan was not having any of it.
No, making sure to at least clean up the extra kill there. But we have seen some stellar Jax play today, you are right. And this is going to get pushed in now for Reset. Gonna, you know, have a little bit of lane CS, actually out of mana. Which is a bit unfortunate, but you know, he'll just last hit as best he can. While Aurelia is absent from the lane. So I guess 50, wow. I just kind of looking through the CS, I was like, what's going on with all these swaps? And looks like Captain Jack, as always, last hitting so well. He's got himself quite a nice lead here against Hero early on, 53 to 31.
A farmer for all occasions, Mr. Captain Jack.
Yeah, I mean, I almost want to see like, oh, never mind, in the mid
wall.
wall.
Huge. Yes, the wall probably going to survive here.
A lot of damage, just little lances away. But yeah, that Phosphorus Bomb, Corky's verse, man, so insane. And Leander in there as well can just create a lot of havoc here, especially when they both hit. Well, Leander hit 6 in particular, Corky not so much, although the missiles do help. Ooh, axe over the top there from Helios. That's quite cute. Throwing it over the top there. Taking the Wraith Camp as well while he's there. So Olaf jungle, not too bad. And now actually doing a lot of the pushing. Ooh, nice axe there onto wall. More potions.
Bit of a love tap.
Yeah, a bit of a love tap. More potions though for wall. He's actually got no Fairy Charm. So I assume had a few extra potions or maybe a few extra wards there to start it off. But no Fairy Charm for Lulu. Gonna delay that GP10 a little bit more. And out of potions as well. That was kind of the important thing. Oh, Reset over in the mid. Really nice double flank combo there. And Captain Jack gets obliterated there as Lulu picks it up. And now Lost Boy in a bit of trouble. Hero, though, getting kited there. Great Zenith Blade, and Helios picks it up and flashes out. So that's the owner that's flashing out. Helios still chasing in. Reset, though, trying to chase after Lost Boy. Wants to get this kill, and he is going to get it. How much longer can Lost Boy live? Not much longer? No, there we are. Jarvan's going to clean that up. And Helios in mid will be safe now. Again, just continuing to find lanes to push.
The chain CC of Reset in there with the very well timed polymorph from Lulu there. Just too much. Even with the flash up, Captain Jack couldn't make the evasive maneuvers.
No, and has no flash as a result. Corky with Flash Valkyrie usually feel pretty safe. Not so much this time around. Really nice chain CC as he pointed out, Smithy. So secures that kill there. Really beautiful. Just lining up with a flag toss there for Jarvan as well. Just catching both AD and support in the mix there. Really, really nice.
Good observation from chat here, though. Very, very healthy farming coming out from the Zubu foot, of the Zubu Blaze here.
And that's a lot of what we seem to see from them when they do a lot of these back and forth swaps. You know, we saw something on the order of about 6 lane swaps. No exaggeration at all. Like, actually no exaggeration. Something at least 6 lane swaps in their game between MVP White. In their second game, in fact. Well, they came back to win. Good prophetic.
And it was those globals that really gave them the advantage there, because in the midst of all the swapping, a Stry ward catches someone out, bam, TF, Nocturne were able to show their presence. This game, no globals.
No, but also in that game, they also farmed very well. And that is a lot of Azubu's strength. They have incredible mechanics for all their players. They farm so well. I mean, Captain Jack right now, still 20 CS ahead. Jack's 15 CS ahead. And mid lane as well. Actually, that's ahead for Zara. But still, they're all farming really well, despite swapping. You know, it can get difficult. You're swapping back and forth. You're out of lane for longer than you normally are, but making sure your mechanics are good. You get the last hits when they count, when you can. Very, very important, and that really is the strength of Azubu Blaze that we're seeing right now.
So the AP champions have transitioned back to mid to pick up the blue buff.
A lot of damage here. Jarvan coming in as well, but Ambition. Yeah, he gets out of the way with the roof walk, and Helios could get caught in there. But Ragnarok going to deny all the CC, but they've got burst. Ambition, though, goes back onto 0 and is going to pick up the kill. I think Zara, yeah, wanted to die in a... I think she knew she was going to die and wanted to die somewhere where she could try and kill Ambition with that passive if Jarvan went in, but not to be this time around. So a nice trade there as both junglers come into the mid lane. Two-shot barrage. A bit of a love tap there for Ambition, but nothing too major.
One thing we can say, though, is that Reset here on Jarvan, continuing his aggressive playstyle on junglers. I mean, he did have 3 respect bans come out from his Zubu Blaze here, but he's got the snowball going, and Jarvan not very good at clearing the jungle without, you know, the Madred's Razor at a minimum. You can build the GP10 items, but then you just completely rely on your ganks. 301, he kind of has his pick of early game jungle items, and we'll see what he decides.
Yeah, he's got a cloth armor and a Magids right now, so feeling pretty good about his early clues so far. Jarvan definitely a jungle that likes to get ahead. I mean, he's very aggressive, capable of some very nice level 2 ganks. In fact, he's going to set up here in the top lane now. It's lane gank time. Ooh, I don't know if Flame saw that. I don't think he did. He knows now, though. Yep, gets out of the way. Jarvan, though, he's committing. Mainly just here for a bit of moral support, it seems like. Making sure Aurelia doesn't get too far behind, but Olaf's here as well. Maybe 2v2 action here in the top lane. Who knows? But Jarvan is in the business of backing up. There he is, going to recall. And Olaf's back there as well, so Helios decides against it. Over back now down in the bottom lane. CS still looking good for Captain Jack. Actually approaching, yeah, he's 30 CS ahead, or 30 CS plus right now. Using these, these burst-oriented carries to really just bully people out of their lanes. And Ezreal just not quite the same as he used to be. Has some okay bursts, but certainly not on the order of Corki or Graves. And can't.
No, and despite that early death, really bossing around bot lane, much the same manner we saw him against MVPY, and that's just the power of Captain Jack. You know exactly what you're going to get out of him when you just read his name on the team list.
Yeah, you're going to get incredible CS, and just a lot of very strong mechanics in bottom lane. And there's Dragon actually, Jujutsu Barrage will attempt it, but Helios collects it with a smite. And very aggressive there from Azubu. They pick up the first real objective in this game. That's going to be Dragon. Captain Jack again continuing to play aggressive here. Could get himself caught out here. Leona is chilling in the bush. But we've got a decent amount of CC. We saw how deadly the CC chain was. And they are going to go in. Oh my goodness, Lost Boy goes in, but that's a great arcane shift and reset in there as well. They're going to try and pick up Lulu. Cataclysm comes out from Jarvan. And there's a solar flare in there as well. And I think that is going to be the kill, and there it is. So really nice bait there from bottom lane. And reset comes in, perfect timing there. Able to clean up that support, but Zyra getting caught out of it here. Ambition will bet roots up, he gets out of the way, and Zyra throws the ult as she runs away.
Seems like a very, very even matchup in trades, which you have to say favors Caston, because if he's able to farm and even snipe a kill, you really fancy him late game. Because such an amazing anti-carry, that Caston.
He is very, very
even
scary.
or better is very happy times for Caston.
Yeah, and that's a lot of this, I guess hyper carry champions. They really do like to be at least even, and better is just gravy most of the time. We talk about Kog'Maw a lot, he's definitely an even or better style champion. So Cassidon pretty happy right now. Got Catalyst and a Doran's Blade as well. Sorcerer shoes up now. Actually looking top lane maybe for a gank here. This is quite nice. Cassidon's roam very strong with that Rift Walk. Yeah, he's powering up the Rift Walk now as well. In fact, Azubu.
And that's why Flame's playing so aggressive here. It looks like he's proxying just to proxy, but
no, damage coming out now as well. Good slow onto Vitamin. The silence is coming out. There's the flash. Transcendent Blade's not enough. And Flame there with the last auto attack cleans it up, and Reset comes in now as well.
Reset needs to be very careful.
Could be in trouble, but Zero now getting caught out as well as Olaf comes through the jungle. Nice flash there from Zero, but keep running, Dara, keep running. You're in a lot of hurt right now. Jarvan is coming around to support though, and Jax is not quite in range. Great forward from Ambition with the Rift Walk, and Reset's going to come in to try and protect him, but here comes Flame for the sandwich. Captain Jack gets a kill down the bottom as well on Ezreal. And there's the Rift Walk, just slowing people down. Reset in a little bit of trouble. Zyra does die. There we go. Ignite will tick her down, and that's going to be yet another kill here onto Reset. And Azubu Blaze making us look silly. We thought we were maybe looking at a 2-0 here as KT took the first game, but...
Okay, speak for yourself, pastry time.
But in Azubu Blaze fashion,
it feels like they start off every series with those tried and true strategies, and if they don't work, they start bringing out their whoppers one by one.
Yeah, it is slowly bring out the Azubu Blaze strats. Leona's actually very low here from blue buff, but Captain Jack comes in, saves the day, and of course collects himself on blue buff. It's going to be very nice for him. Corki definitely loves to spam out those spells if he can. So he's a happy camper.
So those early kills, that Cassidon Snowball, is being accentuated here as able to freely invade and take buffs away. Things looking very, very good for Azubu Blaze this game.
Yeah, no out of turret's even been taken out already. Just pure control, pure roam really from Cassidon. And it's a great bit of fun from Azubu. Blue's now going to get a Cassidon on their side, so that's nice for Azubu. Ambition very happy to pick that one up. Just waiting for the right time to burst, and there we are. So Blue picked up now. In terms of CS in the mid as well, 83 to 87, more than fine for Cass. 126 to 92 as Hero catches up a little bit down in the bottom lane, and 112 to 75. Jeez, Flame is really taking a lead in that lane as well.
And it seems to be that double-edged sword for KT rolls to A here. They're behind in a lot of lanes, and you want to say, hey, just farm it out, you know, slow down, don't worry about it. You can go to late game, but I mean, Jack's late game, Olaf late game, Cassidy especially late game. Massive, massive late game presence from Azubu here, so it's almost panic stations at the 15-minute mark.
Yeah, and we don't really like to call anything this early, but it's not looking good. Panic stations is a great phrase there to describe what's going on. And damage there coming out onto 0. That Undertow actually doing a nice little chunk as well. And this is kind of what I was saying about this matchup. You know, Zyra can't really escape Cassidy once he gets at this point. He's just able to rift walk straight in her face, and all the range in the world is not going to do a whole lot. The hero takes a lot of burst damage in there as well, but it's all bait as Reset comes in. He looks there, but Cass flashes out of the way, and Helios now the victim of the Cataclysm. Arena time for Jarvan. Helios takes a lot of damage. In fact, I think he's going to go down. He will. It's close. No! He lives somehow, and Reset looks for it. But Ambition with perfect timing picks up Hero. There's the wild growth from Lulu there to protect 0. And Jarvan is going to live in there as well. No, never mind.
Solos Aurelia up top.
Yeah. And Ambition just kiting back and forth, using that mobility, picking up kills where he can. Jarvan dead as well as Captain Dak picks that up. And Azubu really opening up this second game here. They were not content with going out 2-0.
What is it about Azubu players in game 1 pastry time?
I don't know. They just hate game 1s. They don't like it. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but they are really ripping ahead here in this first game. Or second game even.
So we've had a lot of people join us. We're at 10,600 viewers. To recap, this is the last game or set of games in the IEM Singapore qualifiers. In the other side of the bracket, the brother team to KT rolls to A, who you see on the red side here, KT rolls to B, qualified for IEM Singapore. At this present point, we're in game 2 of Azubu Blaze, they are your blue team, against KT rolls to A, they are your red team. KT Rolster, in a bit of an upset, picked up the first game, and right now, Azubu Blaze, you'd have to say, in the driver's seat 17 minutes in.
Absolutely, looking really good here as we go into this one. Ambition still with that blue buff, just pushing down the lanes right now. Olaf, looking in bottom. So I'll still keep that Oracle as well. That was a very key thing about Helios living there. Jarvan almost got the kill. Even looked pretty pretty deep under the turret there to try and pick it up, but couldn't close the deal. And that Oracles are still floating around for Olaf now, just being a nuisance.
And it seems like all of Reset's good work, which has been a trend across all KT Rolls to A's game. You'd have to say Reset just been on a tear this whole tournament, and ever since we had the pleasure of starting to cast him. But seems like it's all going to be in vain.
Nice solar flare from Lost Boy there. Captain Dax just dishing out the damage right now, and oh my goodness, Ambition, I just saw his item. Look at this. Oh, Snowball if there falls. Want a statement of intent as well. Ambition, can you pick up your first Magi stacks? No, not quite. Oh, Reset though, he could be food right now. It could be bad news. There's Demacia. Arena comes out. Cataclysm will fall. Ambition does go down there, but Captain Jack over the top picks up Zyra. Oh, he's caught a little bit now. Oh, the plant. A lot of damage, but Lost Boy flashes forward with the stun, and Jack flashes out. The heal in there as well for Corky. And Aurelia might even die here. Vitamin taking a lot of rockets to the back. But it's okay. But Flame,
and
oh my goodness.
Flame up the top, pushing.
He is working on some sort of marathon right now in the top lane.
The Observer told us to look out for Flames, Aurelia and Nidley, but his Jax is no slouch.
No, looking pretty good right here as well. And he's just going to get damage onto this inhibitor turret. Wow. In fact, it's going to get quite low here potentially. And Jax, he's a split pusher if there ever was one.
He's got his Trinity Force up. He's not worried about kiting these people.
No, not at all. He did a...
And this is such the state of the game, is that he's like, hey, I could do another minion wave.
And Captain Jack again now low. True Shot Barrage comes in. Olaf picks up Dragon, but Captain Jack, he will fall. But it will not be the
very
last.
overdue return kill for Hero there.
Oh, hello. We just jumped up 9,000 viewers. Greetings, friends. Glad of you to join us. You picked the right time, that's for sure.
The Zubu Blaze, they bring the viewers.
Yeah, and this is the last match as well, the last best of 3.
Originally, we intended to bring you this game, looking at the clock, about 7 hours ago. It's been delayed, but oh boy, as the snowball continues for Ambition here.
Magi's, he just wants all the stacks. Oh, beautiful juke there at the solar flare. But not enough there against the Cassidy. Rod of Ages up as well.
It's already efficient, basically.
It's got Rod of Ages as well. This, oh man. Everything is getting well out of hand right now for KT1.
So what do you think for KT Rolls 8? They won the first game quite handedly. 19 minutes 40 in, they're going to be thinking about, hey, do we have a chance here or is it surrender time? What's your take?
They're going to fight it out, I think. I mean, it's hard to say actually. Reset, they're taking more damage. Ambition wants to pad his Magi's. He needs more stacks, he needs to learn more. He needs to grow his book. Ambition, stop juking.
Ambition just waited his cooldown there. Very coolly played. And there's the surrender.
Oh wow, okay. So never mind. Looks like KT do want to preserve their mental strength here. And that's going to be straight to our last game for the day. We only have one more left, ladies and gentlemen. And really, if we were going to go to 3 games at any point,